paints mixed, we're going to start with the lightest blue and paint the left side of the painting. You can paint with messy brush strokes. The goal of the painting is to have it be quick and have that sketched and textured appearance. Now we use our medium dark blue and paint the right side of the painting where the shadows are coming from. The two paint colors will meet in the middle. What I do here is mix a little bit of each color straight from the paper and mix and blend them to create a textured look. Next, take the seafoam green color, start painting on the left side of the painting coming from the lower portion of the page. My paint was quite wet, so you'll see it just mixed really well with the light blue. So I transitioned to painting with the darkest blue we have and paint the shadows creeping on the right side to let the paint dry a bit on the left. Once the paint was drier on the left side, I picked up some more seafoam green and in quick brush strokes I paint lines of light coming from the left towards the seal in a messy and wild fashion. Now we will start on the seal's body with our orange shade, painting just the left side of the face and part of the body just underneath his right tooth. Medium orange and begin painting underneath his whiskers. And blend the two colors together on canvas where they meet underneath his tooth. Then take the medium orange and paint the rest of his body. Letting that dry a little, I move over to the left flipper and first take the medium orange and paint where the flipper begins, next to his body where the shadow would be. Next I take the orange shade and paint the rest of his flipper, blending them together on the paper slightly. Here I'm just painting any areas of his body I may have missed with the medium orange. Next, we work on his mohawk. Taking the medium orange, we paint down the center, creating a line and painting the right side of the first mohawk piece. We then take our darker orange and paint the right side of the first mohawk piece, creating a shadow. Then we take our medium orange and color in the leftover piece of the mohawk after blending the shadow. Next, the second mohawk piece is lighter colored fabric, so its shadow color will be orange shade. The third mohawk piece will be a darker tone using our dark orange, and the fourth will be our medium orange. Paint in some shadows underneath his belly and around his right flipper using our dark orange. Take some medium orange and blend the shadow a bit with the rest of his body. Next, his right flipper, we will paint orange. body. Here I'm taking orange again and thickening up what I've already put down. Next we take our dark orange and create the shadow at the base of his tail. Now we take our medium orange and create a curve doing the right flipper, creating a separation between the top and bottom of the fin. Next I'm adding a bit of orange on the left side of his face. Then I take our light orange and put it along the left curve of his face where the light is hitting him the most. We do this the same with his left fin. Next, take the lightest yellow we have and paint his left side of his face and the left side of his tooth. We then take a medium yellow shade and paint the other half of his face and the right side of his right tooth. Next, take the lightest yellow and begin to blend the two yellows together on paper. Put some of the lightest yellow on the left side of the right tooth as well. Next, let's paint his button eyes. Paint the thread in the center of his eyes with the lightest yellow on the right and the medium yellow on the left. Next, with the medium orange, the sides of the buttons are painted with the darkest orange. Then let's paint some small detail with the dark yellow. We paint the edges and the yellow along his face. His face is a piece of felt sewn onto his body, and so next we want to paint the stitching on his tooth and along his cheeks and whiskers. Here I'm using a fine tip brush for that. Next, some more thread, this time with medium orange. We paint the thread that sews the right flipper, his second and third mohawk, and left flipper. For For the first and second mohawk pieces in his tail, we used the dark yellow-brown we created. Let's add a little shadow to his teeth in the medium yellow. I noticed on mine the shadow on his right flipper was muted by the orange I had previously laid down, so I wanted to enhance that shadow a bit with darker orange and make a distinction between his body and the left flipper. Next, I'm putting any areas I missed with the blue background. Then take a dark blue and create a shadow underneath the seal. After all, he is sitting on a surface. Be sure to use the light blue to blend it into the left and the dark shadow blue to blend it into the right. If you lose any of your seafoam light, add some more in like I'm doing here. You can also strengthen up those shadows or place paint anywhere you feel it needs more. And that's it, a messy, cute, and fun Breath of the Wild sand seal.